What's up, everybody? Dog 985. There's levels to this. I am making this video because I have had this question myself, and I've never gotten like a really good answer. Everyone just keeps telling me that Steam OS is just the greatest thing ever, and it's better than Steam Big Picture Mode, and but nobody could actually tell me why. I gotta give a shout out to my boy IsoMotion Gaming, who grabbed his Asus ROG Ally and went ahead and put SteamOS on it. People have been raving about SteamOS ever since Bazai came out as well. They just say that it's way better than Windows and all that other stuff. Now, here's the deal. I said, okay, nobody wants to give me the answer as to why SteamOS is better than regular big picture mode on Windows. So I went ahead and I installed, with the help of my boy IsoMotion Gaming, SteamOS on my Asus ROG Ally. It actually was pretty simple, it wasn't difficult, and I'm going to show you that this is actually SteamOS. So if I press this button, you see I get the menu there. I press this button, I get this stuff here. So the biggest difference, let me see if I can make this brighter for y'all. Yeah. So the biggest difference between this and big picture mode, I'm going to show it to you because there really isn't that big of a difference. That's why I really don't understand what the big hype is. The biggest hype, I guess, is the quick resume ish feature, the suspend feature. That would be the biggest thing. But besides that, as you can see, this is actual SteamOS, okay? The real SteamOS, okay? If you don't believe me, I'll show you. I'll go even to the desktop so you can see what the desktop looks like, right? And it says switch to desktop right there. Hold on, let me zoom in for you so you can actually read it. See, it says switch to desktop. If I click switch to desktop, it'll switch here in a second. This apparently is what Linux looks like. I don't know, it looks like a regular desktop to me. So the whole thing is that apparently when you're running SteamOS, it's very light and there's not a whole bunch of stuff running in the background, and it allocates more resources for you to be able to actually play the games and all this other stuff. And yeah, that's essentially what it does. But watch how it loads up. Boom. Steam OS. You guys, please somebody tell me, where do you see the biggest difference between this and what I'm going to show you right now, which is Steam Big Picture Mode running on my PC. I mean, yeah, y'all tell me, do y'all see the difference? Any difference? Oh, you want me to bring up the menu like I did on my thing? Oh, there's that menu, right? The only one I don't know how to bring out is I don't know how to bring out that other side menu thing, but I mean I really don't need it for this. And I never really used it when I was using Steam Big Picture Mode on my handheld. So I don't see the difference. And if you want me to be 100% honest with you, why would I? If Steam Big Picture Mode essentially does the same thing that SteamOS does, except I got to deal with Windows being in the background, right? But because I got to deal with Windows being in the background, I could also have access to all kinds of other apps, such as my Xbox app, right? All my other launchers and everything, and I could play the games that don't have that have the anti-cheat and everything. Why on God's green earth would I choose Steam OS versus Windows? I need somebody to really tell me that. But if you want to try it for yourself, because I'm a huge proponent of, hey, just try it yourself. That's why I love Game Pass. That's why game reviews are irrelevant now, because you can just try the game yourself for the most part, see if you like it. I use this video here, ETA Prime, shout out to you, how to install real SteamOS on the ROG Ally, Legion Go, and others. And he literally goes step by step. The video is literally 10 minutes, depending on how fast the SSD is that you use, or the micro SD that you use. It determines how long it's going to take you to get this done. But it actually was pretty quick. So I'm going to restore Windows back onto my Asus ROG Ally, because for me, the juice was not worth the squeeze. Like, it's the same thing, except now I don't have access to Windows. Not cool. It tells me when, like, my battery's gonna run out and stuff. That's cool, I guess, but no, Steam did a good enough job with Steam Big Picture mode that I enjoy it, and I can have my PC, and I used to have my Asus ROG Ally boot into Steam Big Picture mode. Oh, look at that. Juju the Great is playing Mafia. The biggest issue, or the biggest difference, I guess, is how fast it's going to take me to boot up to my Asus ROG Ally when I'm playing a game versus when I'm playing a game on Big Picture mode, the whole sleep thing. Which, yeah, it's fast, but again, it's not that big of a deal. If it had full quick resume like the Xbox Series X, then maybe now we're talking about something. But the sacrifice of leaving all the Xbox games behind and the other stores behind and everything like that, just to essentially have them, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't get it. Somebody please let me know, what am I missing? I'm sure the PC crowd is gonna come through and, Doc, you talking about that, blah 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 blah, because they get mad whenever you disagree with anything. But let me know. To me, it's the same thing. By the way, if you want to control your entire PC with a controller, you need to get this app. This app is fire. That controller app, I might do a whole video just reviewing that. Look at that. Not controller with this. You see that? That's fire. Oh, hold on. It's too bright. I can't really see. See, I control it with this. Look at that. That's dope. And I could go online, right? I can control it. And if I want to type something, right? Oh, if I want to type something, my bad. How do I do this again? Yeah. So I push down on here and it brings a keyboard. And I go like that. And I can erase all this stuff. Yeah, fire. Right? So what do we want to search? Let's search my channel. Let's give myself a like. Yeah, let's do that. Watch me search Doc Dark and somebody else's video be higher than mine. Huh? Yeah, I'm right there. Look at that. Let's search me. Look at that warrior. That's right. Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. We out. Peace.